Kills him, but it's not quite enough, as I don't know about that one, Showmaker. He is just dead. Showmaker is looking to die again, does use the flash this time. Great charm from Closer, and that will confirm it. Kill is stolen there by Polo, so maybe some missing a bunch of buttons here on Dashiu. Is this just a solo kill? It is. Morgan couldn't get anyway, didn't have his flash. We'll see whether Showmaker's going to survive. I think a Q might be enough. The auto needs to be there, and there it is. Crocker going to have to flash, though, to avoid dying to the turret.
From the Closer?
Never mind, that is the heroic charge, and Closer will just get cut down aiming. Grabs his first of the game. Control Ward will be replaced to deny Closer the money. Charm comes in. Lucid, I don't know. Not sure about this one, but he does survive for a while before getting put down. They're going hyper aggressive. A lot of damage here as Lucid trying to make his way out of shoes, flashing forward. Morgan will be taken out. The Gwen is a menace, but will be eliminated. And the Bros.
Missing for Bros.
Here we go. Cyclone comes in. Will need another one, though, if he wants to knock up aiming. And now he's just getting kited, put on a leash, and taken down. Not something you're supposed to do, I think, with monkeys, but that is turning up as they're looking to defend the president, and they are going to be able to do so. Never mind. Morgan, the Lord, will be able to take down the Sivir, but Shu finds the backline. Look at these low health bars as Hype just barely out of the way of that threaded volley, but it's Lucid that slams him into the wall and takes. There was a flank angle, but now they just decide to go in. Shiu is going to fall, though, and now the circle is put down, and Morgan is bouncing around and looking for the opportunities here as Hype surfing over, looking for an angle, and this position is awkward. Seismic Shove doesn't quite find the mark, but Heroic Charge, that one definitely does, and now Showmaker can throw rocks all around the Bro Glass house, and they will be able to take down 3 in the first salvo. Hype now running the wrong direction, and Closer, there ain't no way you're getting out of this one, says Lucid, and this may just have been the last attempt from the Bros. The old Dragon for Nexus trade to come through.
I have to give it to the Bros. Both of those flank attempts were way better than I think in most cases they would have, but it still just isn't enough. Some creative problem solving, but ultimately Dplus are just too big. Showmaker has the TP back in. They have the Sivir, and they clean up house. Dplus bouncing back here in round 3 was the most...
Not really doing too much, as Beryl is likely just dead. He is. That is going to be first blood going down here at 16 minutes and 48 to try to escape, and so he's just dead. Morgan comes in and says, that looks like a meal. Lock him down, but Beryl trying to get out of there. Tibbetts coming on down as well, as Beryl's still walking, but not for much longer. Down he goes. Closer grabs that one, and that is, if there were more feats to be gathered, the feats of warfare to come on through as well, as a teleport in immediate rupture. Showmaker, why are you dead? That was not what you wanted to see. It is the Scion getting a kill back, and now Lucid does find the backline and takes down the Annie. But now Shiu going to be turned into a zombie and is going to, well, it's another Otacon start here, down to 4k health as DK will make it to the area. Polo just dies. That is about it. It is going to be the feast for Morgan, though, to lock down the Otacon, but now, can they stay alive? That's the question. Morgan is absolutely massive and does have the rest of the team behind him. That's a big old knock up there, as she also finding one. And yeah, Morgan just rupturing, yelling at them, and is taking so long to go down. Finally, he does, as the Dawning Shadow to keep DK alive, but there is still a turret here to get the Bros out. And Hype still taking a fair bit there as the Shadow does go down. We get a big old zoom in as the Shurikens don't quite find the angle. 5 members of DK, low health bars, and down goes Showmaker. Question mark pings all over my brain after that one, as she also just going to be rocketed. It's a double for Hype in this bottom lane. Polo's back. Force of Will onto Tibbers. There's a big knock up there from Morgan, though. Magnustorm does find them, and the flash out is attempted there from Showmaker, but he still just gets nommed down. They take out Hype, though. Lucid soon to follow, and oh my god, this guy is just so big. Morgan, of course, is who I'm talking about, but still the fight is very even. Croco now fighting Beryl and aiming. And the zombie Scion comes down. Will take some money there for killing the Tibbers, but the rest, DK gonna have to kill them if they don't want them to take this, as there is the engage from Polo. Doesn't have the Magnustorm anymore, but they will be able to take down this Baron. Decent knock up there from Shiu as they take out the Rel. Tibbers goes down as well. Morgan is almost, oh, he's flashing forward. This guy is an absolute insane person, and he takes down Showmaker to start off the fight. I guess he's still got a regular champion's health bar. It just doesn't look like that because he's missing about 7 regular champions health bars in his health bar.
This Cho'Gath could do consistent damage and wear down a tank.
I mean, unfortunately, Showmaker is just not having the greatest of games thus far, as Bro looking for a fight here, is aiming, wanting to stay safe. Beryl Beryl, he's not going to be able to do that. Tibbers is now zoning away the rest of them. Shiu goes in. Can he get out, though, is the question, as Flash is up, but he had no way to really use it.
Morgan didn't even want to feast, he wants to save it. He was trying to give him Uber Eats there. Atlas, he was like...
As Closer is also tagged now. Croco looking for an angle. Beryl stands beside them, but once again, so them have to get past the Cho'Gath, and that is going to be so hard. Lucid gets into the backline with the death mark, but then he just explodes. The knock-up is there from the 3-talon strike out of Croco, and now Beryl gonna get chopped up as well. And I think DK, they know that the way out of this series is through a game 3, and that is precisely what Bro are going to give them, as Apollo is diving forward once again. Shiu does manage to help take him down, but that is a worthy sacrifice, as the zombie will come on out, and Shiu is well and truly dead. Another scatter here as Showmaker has come out of the death chamber, possibly to go back in again, as it's one Nexus turret left for Bro to take down. Tibbers being thrown around like a rag doll, but even Tibbers is having a pretty good game so far. And yes, I think the Cinder is not going to be enough to defend here, as Morgan is almost down to another 1,000 hit points. Oh wait, maybe he's going to die. There we go. That's a bunch of money over to aiming that he will maybe be able to spend next game. There this one goes, as the Nexus will be taken here, and it's game 3 time between DK and Bro.
Yeah, the good old Cho'Gath for Nexus there.
He wants to get out, but there's the Sonic Wave coming over, and Lucid finds his way out with a safeguard. Beryl will be there. Never mind. He's just going to get into this grub pit, and then... Question. He'll die. As Croco comes on over and just eats the Big Daddy. Down he goes. In fact, Closer gets that kill. A big deal here for the mid lane match. Oh, well, there's another hook to come in. The Pulverize is going to connect as aiming does go down, as now Croco with the Subjugate running. Lucid is going to come on over, but now Croco just kind of doesn't have anywhere to go, and he is just dead. There are 2 kills coming on through, as Polo was tanking the turret for a little bit longer than he really wanted to, and does just kind of fall. The exhaust knockup is good from the Pulverize, but Polo is still likely to just be dead as the Realm Warp comes on in. The back scratcher down there for hype, as the culling doesn't really do too much. Petrifying Gaze only onto 1. There's now Croco staying alive for so long. God, Trundle is so broken, man. Everyone is alive here unless... Oh,
a pillar!
God, that pillar is so good. Showmaker well and truly dead once again, and that should mean... The answer is no, and maybe you're going to die for it as aiming. We need you to come back. Beryl's going to get knocked up, and they're just going to give him up for the Ghost. Down goes the Nautilus. From Polo as another fantastic pillar comes down. That gets the bullet time out, as Beryl has to flash. He doesn't find the turret. Polo gets underneath it as well, and he's got the Unbreakable Will. It's a double for hype, and that should mean even more here for the Bros, as the Otacon could be on the menu.
Freeze.
Well, Croco going to look for an angle here, as another Culling is just going to get soaked here by Beryl. He gets an ult out, he interrupts it, but he's dead. And so Polo ghosting around here. Showmaker, what are we doing? Why are we here? He is going to try and get out, but it is another pillar from Croco. Oh man, player of the match, I think I know where it's going according to me. Might be recency bias, but my God, this Trundle has been so good. As Public Execution is going to miss, but we'll see whether Morgan is still going to die. Make It Rain comes on down, and oh my God, the Lord is going to turn it as they take down Shiu. Aiming now in trouble. Lucid goes in desperately, trying to find the angle, but Morgan doesn't get hit by those. Aiming is flashing in, and they are tilted. Oh, Rain trying to split this fight up, as Hype could be in trouble. He's kicked back. Down goes Lucid though, and Hype is just out of range of the bullet time. He stays alive, and the depth charge isn't even enough to kill him. It's Beryl's turn just to dive face forward. He does get his target. Getting Lucid out of here. Showmaker trying to flash away, but Croco is just going to kill him. Now Polo finding the backline perfectly as the Equalizer goes down, just to assassinate the Misfortune. Showmaker goes down as a bit of an afterthought here, and the Bros will conquer DK here in the first match. Shiu, he's going to dash around a little bit. His Public Execution was swift and merciless. And the Bros, yeah, they took a little bit of a timeout in the first game, but they absolutely came back with a vengeance in the next 2 and will lay claim to the first series of round 3.
What a great start to round 3 here at LCK 2025. Anyone can beat anyone was kind of the moniker of our